Okay, this is how to make spaghetti bolognese low-fat version. So you get I use red onion, and you cut off the ends and you peel off the skin. And I've just found a little bruise or imperfection in the onion, so I'm gonna cut that off. And I'm just going to chop it in half and slice. It's difficult to film yourself. I sort of discovered it as I went along, but I found a stand and so I set it up and stuff, and so I'm taking ages here to film myself chopping an onion. But this is how I chop an onion. It's not very good. I'm not a chef at all. Totally just self-taught cook, and I'm learning as I go, so this is very long and boring. Elevator music. do 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 do. And I use a non-stick pan, quite a big pan, and you put it on an element that's large enough to cover the bottom of the surface for unknown reasons, but that's what it says on the instructions. So just put the onion in, no oil, and turn it up to about quite high on the stove. So, and just stir it up until it gets brown. Like I said, there's no oil in this, so it's a non-stick pan. It should be fine. It'll stick a little, but you can just easily move it off, like with a wooden spoon. That's I was showing you there. It's a wooden spoon. So just stirring and stirring. Just keep stirring it. You can leave it, I suppose, but not recommended. So this is when it's quite a lot browner. Garlic, minced garlic. So just a spoonful. This is for 2 meals. I find I actually made too much pasta at the end of this, but I enjoyed myself eating it, and it should be fine. But just mix it, just quickly heat that up, like just mix it through basically. And I'm adding the beef. It's a low-fat beef, so it's like 10% fat or something like that. I think it was, I can't remember, but it's quite low-fat beef. You just see it on the label, and I just use a little bit of that, and that's for 2 meals. So you eat pretty healthy on this diet that I'm on. It's just a basic meal. This is the low-fat version of spaghetti bolognese. And then just chop it all up as I go and make sure it's brown. And here it is brown. This is after a while of cooking it, stirring it and cooking it. It's getting very hot and smoky. And next, add in the tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Just add it in the whole can. It's hard filming myself, and just mix it through. And I think I'm going to add salt here. I'm setting up the camera. Bear with me. And I'm getting the salt. Here we go, sea salt, and I just grind that in. I put quite a lot of salt. Probably it's not recommended, but I do. And next I'm going to use pepper. Coming up. That's mixed pepper, but it says black pepper because I refilled it. So I put quite a lot of that too. And this is spaghetti bolognese mix, but you could put like a mixture of, or just plain basil or oregano, thyme. I think that's a mixture of oregano, thyme, and basil. It's pretty nice. And then I put quite a lot of it, and just mix it through. And then what you do is you turn it down. I think I'll show you. And you put the lid on and let it simmer for about 15 minutes or something, or 15 minutes. It's basically cooked, but you just, want the flavors to mix well together. So I've turned it down to quite low and put the lid on. And I filmed this for a long time for some reason. And I'm just showing you, I'm using wholemeal pasta. You can use any pasta you want to, but I like the taste of wholemeal. So that's just after 10-15 minutes, so it's reduced down quite a bit, so it kind of goes quite a little bit thicker. And so I'm turning it off now and setting it aside. So I prepared it in advance, and now I've got another pot, just a normal pot with pasta, the penne pasta again, the wholemeal pasta. I'm putting quite a lot, too much. I wasn't really paying attention, so I had a big meal tonight. And the salt, and add salt to the water. Well, I'm going to add the water. A lot of people add boil the water first, but I just do it all at once because I'm lazy. So there's the salt, and adding the water coming up in a dirty container, which is very good for show business. So I'm adding quite a bit of water. And I'm turning it up really high. Full blast. Which I don't know if everybody recommends. And this is it starting to boil. In case you don't know what boiling water looks like, it starts to simmer first with little bubbles, and then the bigger bubbles start to come up. I remember that from science in high school. One of the few things I did learn. This is boiling further. So this is what you want to do, get it to boiling. And I'll leave it for about 10-15 minutes. This is after probably about 15 minutes, and it's quite boiled, and I'm going to break it in half and show you that it's quite soft. They call it al dente. It's not too soft. So I can just break that apart with my fingers. Before I couldn't, it was too stiff. So I save the water for, it's just I suppose it's a conservation thing. But, I mean, I've got reasons, but a conservation thing will do. And so this is going to take a while because I just set the camera up and I'm doing quite a few things at once here. So I'm just taking things away, and I'm going to add the meat to it. I shouldn't really leave on the stove. So the sauce, the spaghetti bolognese sauce. So I just put a few spoonfuls of it and save the rest for tomorrow, because that's what I do. I'm not cooking for a family, I'm just cooking for me. So I just mix that through, heat it up. Could put it in for longer, but I did it quickly for the camera. And nearly there. Taking a little while because I want to eat it nice and warm. This is my dinner for tonight, so I've already eaten this, and it was very, very nice. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Totally tasty. Just finishing off. Normally I would cut away some of this, but because I was filming myself, and I just turned off the element, and that's my meal. So hope you have fun making this. Enjoy.